Okay. I think we're waiting on the password from Brad to open up.
We can go ahead and start.
Okay, I can do that. Good morning. We're the 2021 Board of Equalization Review for Union County. We've been appointed by the county commissioners to hear any and all taxpayers with respects to their concerns or complaints regarding the valuation of the property for tax purposes. Property owners appearing for the Board of Equalization Review have the right to a fair and equitable hearing. The Board of Equalization Review has been charged with ensuring that proper legal principles have been applied in evaluation dispute for tax purposes, and here's the format. The clerk calls the case and locates the property. The appellant presents his or her case. The assessor's office offers their defense. Both parties will be given the opportunity to conclude their comments. All questions should be directed to me or the board. The taxpayer will be notified in writing of the board's decision. By statute, the burden of proof is on the taxpayer to demonstrate that the assessment is erroneous. And then after the hearing, we'll go into the deliberation stage. You're welcome to stay or leave at that point. All right. So we're gonna wait on that password, ma'am?
We can go for a little bit.
You can start.
Okay. Velma?
Okay. Tab number 1, parcel ID number 06204-131 is a no-show. Tab number 2, parcel ID number 0129005 is a no-show. Parcel ID number 03156-050 is a no-show. Tab number 4, parcel ID number 09105-086, Mr. David Fischel. Fischel.
Yes, sir. Come on up. Hi, good morning.
Okay, what do I need to,
Well, you're going to just state your case and why you think the tax value is, I'm assuming it's too high in your opinion.
okay, well, you were able to talk.
I did,
about
I
it. Okay,
did.
so what I did with, I went back and looked at properties. The first 3 properties on there were just to show that the tax value on my property, the $275,000, was similar to houses that were sold in and around 1920, 1921. That was the only reason for that. When I, on the original paper that I had sent in, the Union County, this overview that I got in this example, average houses in 2020 increased from 291 to 314. That was where on that first paper underneath there, it was showing from like July of last year through July of this year. So I put the 2 markings on there where it showed January 2020 to 21. That's where I got that information, and that showed a 7.9% increase. Applying that to the 2020 tax value, it came up to $297,588. On the original appeal that I had, the house I compared it to was in the subdivision. It was at 1201 Mallard Landing. They had it valued at $303 because it sold in December 16th of 2019 for $303. It's a 2,700 square foot house. They changed the value to $347,140 on the papers that were sent to me, which equates out to $128.57 a square foot. When I apply that to my house, I came up with $331,453. So, like I'm thinking, okay, I'm supposed to be somewhere in between this, not up at 350 something. That's basically it.
Brad, did you get that password? If you don't mind, hang on a minute, sir. Let them pull that. I want to see your home, if you don't mind. Just hang on just 1 minute for me.
telling me I need a document for power of attorney. I'm an attorney.
To represent the property owner.
Yes.
Mr. Pesce, are you on the water out there?
No.
Okay.
It's an interior lot in Mallard Landing. I'll just do it this way.
Yeah. Well, that was the only house that had been sold recently out there, the one in December. It was really comparable as far as square footage, as far as the lot. The houses were brick, so forth and so on. And every time I'm looking it up, I keep seeing, this house has, the paper that they sent back to me showed less square footage than what I'm pulling up every time I look at that house as a comparison. And we're talking to the neighbors, the older value on it, the older square footage was due to not having completed a bonus room that was completed. So when it was sold in December of 19, it actually was a couple hundred more square feet of living space. And that's what it shows every time I pull that property up. So, I don't see where mine is valued higher than what theirs is. That's all. And I've talked to neighbors and they say, oh, we had this and they reduced ours by 50,000 and all this and that, and I can't, I'm trying to compare two things that are similar.
Donnie, it's
Yeah, it's the house in the picture.
the one where the red dot's at?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's not pulling parcel numbers. Yeah, it's this house right here.
No, that's not the right one.
Where's your house?
My house is across the street.
Over here? Okay.
Look, right here. This is mine, yeah.
Sorry, we're having trouble with the parcels
That's
pulling.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have a detached garage or detached shop, or what are you gonna call it?
It's a storage shed.
It's brick?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And,
Well, they said it had to be when we built it.
I got you. Your house that you're comparing it to, did they have a similar outside building like you have?
No, it wouldn't be brick.
Okay, but they had more square feet?
Yeah. As far as, livable space.
Right, right. Ray, you have any questions?
Yeah, have you looked at the county's comps have you looked at did they provide you with the comps?
The sheet that
Yeah.
reevaluated it? Yeah.
And I noticed that yours is the newer of the comps the county came up with, built in 2005, right?
Okay, yeah.
And what'd you pay for the house?
I don't know, we built it. I couldn't give you a figure on it. You'd have to go back, whenever we finished, they assessed it back then. They had an assessor come out, measure everything, this and that, like you've got architectural shingles, so forth, so on, and everything was added up then. Exactly what it was, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to go back. It'd be in the tax records, I guess.
That's all I have, Randy.
Dutch?
I don't have any at this point.
Mark?
No, sir.
Mike? All right, so let's hear from the county, if you don't mind. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Donnie.
I have provided a comparative sales estimate with 4 sales occurring in the subject's neighborhood in that area. And it supports our value of $353,200. So we did not change the value.
You didn't do an adjustment on this one? This is parcel tab number 4, correct?
Right.
I just have, you had original value 383, and then the tax office new opinion of value 350.
All right, so we adjusted it at the informal level. I apologize.
That's fine.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure I was looking at the right thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Number 4.
The taxpayer's aware that the value's been adjusted down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about the square footage?
It's the first I'm hearing of it. I'll be happy to come out and remeasure the house, make sure we're good.
So, I'm sorry. I don't want to look at my sheet of paper. How many square feet does the county have for it?
2578.
Okay. And that's what he says it is?
You agree with that, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
Oh, okay, then there's not a problem with square footage.
No, I was comparing it to the other house.
That
The other
fixed
house,
their
they were
game
showing-
room and,
They were showing 2499, 2500, which isn't that much difference, but when you pull it up, it's showing that that house is closer to 2700.
okay.
And like I say, talking to the neighbors around here, they said that when the house was originally built, I guess they had an unfinished bonus room. It's been finished since then, so when these people sold it, it had to be more square footage than what it originally was. Now that's, yeah, it's here, so.
Okay.
Okay, I agree. I don't have any more questions for the county.
Mike, you got anything? Dutch?
The comps the information he provided on his sheet, these on Drake, were those looked at, or they're about the, kind of the same sale date as what the county had? One of them's, we can't use, the first one. But,
No, I did not. We had several appeals in this area, so we
Uh-huh.
used the same, they're virtually the same homes, so we used the same homes.
Right, so,
No, I did not look at these. This is the first time seeing these. I did not get a chance to look at those.
I'm just kind of curious of that last one. I mean, I don't know if we could maybe look at it. Sold in April of 20 for 285. If they're all similar houses.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that house as to why it would sell that low.
Yeah. But it would be similar in size and,
I don't know where it's at.
yeah.
I'm assuming it's close, but I don't know.
It's just on the next street over like that. I was looking at these properties that were, their values like that, comparing it to my tax value back then, that's all. Saying that that was reasonable.
Right. Okay. I'm good right now.
Right. The homes, as Mr. Hardison said, those two, 3123 Drake, 3120 Drake, you don't know the square footage of those homes, do you?
No, I couldn't tell you.
Because that would make a big difference for us either way.
I was just doing that as a comparison. This is what properties were selling for in that, at that particular time. That's all. I know from the beginning of 2020 to the end, you start 2021, things were kind of up, maybe kind of flat. It depends upon which sites you go to. They show, and I know this particular house I was comparing to, they tried to sell that thing for 4 or 5 years, could never get the higher value. When they sold it, I think in December of 2019, I think it actually sold for more than what it was appraised at, but that was still at 303. And like I said, the properties are just really as similar in that neighborhood as I could come up with anything that would be the same size. So, you know, that
Okay.
was, you know, that
All right.
you know.
Donnie, thank you.
Sure.
Okay.
Velma?
All right, we're going to go back to parcel, tab number 1, parcel ID number 06204-131 for Jennifer 1. Mr. Larry Shaheen is representing.
That's entirely up to you. You can leave if you like.
You're basically finished.
Yes, correct.
I just take my mother-in-law to the doctor's appointment.
Good luck with that.
Thank you, I appreciate it, thank you.
Yes, sir. Good seeing you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. If y'all will bear with me, the Eagle View's not working this morning. I'm gonna sign in under my sign-on and see if we get different results.
I was about to say, you're gonna be put on probation here, Brad.
I know, really. We got Jody's sign-on here. I'm gonna try mine, see what happens. Bear with me if you will, Randy.
No, you want to go to the next.
Yeah. Need to go to the other one.
It's a 50-50 chance.
I know, right?
Yep.
Here we go.